Thank you for joining me. My name is Jarrell. I develop games for a living. Today we are going to discuss a topic that isn't very fun. We are going to discuss how Highguard launched, a developer spoke about his work and his thoughts on the game Highguard, and the internet mercilessly, brutally mocked this person. So, Highguard is a live service video game that launched in 2026. The reveal trailer was not well received. The game is not doing well in terms of the user base, the user count, and when one of the developers posted his thoughts regarding the game, the internet mercilessly and brutally mocked him. He was criticized. Whether or not the criticism was fair or unfair, that's not for me to decide, and I cannot tell you whether people are right or wrong to do this. That's not my position to do that. I do not enjoy making videos of this serious kind of nature, particularly topics that are just a real bummer. But no leaders in the games industry have stepped up to discuss this topic, and so I will discuss this today. What can we learn from this situation? I do not condemn, nor do I condone the behavior of people on the internet. You are free to do as you will. If you want to treat people like shit, if you want to harass people, you are absolutely free to do that. I'm not saying you're wrong to do that. From my understanding, when you use the internet, you are supposed to treat people like shit. That's just what I see. I believe that is common behavior on the internet, so I'm not saying that is right or wrong to do that. Whether the criticism is fair or not, that's up for you to decide on your own. Today, this is neither a defense nor an attack on the developers of Highguard, especially the developer who made the Twitter post that people have been reacting to. People have said this Twitter post is blaming gamers for the game failing. I'm not going to side with either and say this developer is right or wrong. That is for you to decide. You are intelligent enough to decide that for yourself. What I want to discuss is what we can learn from the situation, and for people who want to get into game development, what can be learned from this? Because when you see this happening, it can be off-putting. It can be frightening for people who want to get into game development. They see the internet react in this way, and it can put people off from getting into game development. My advice to you is you must not fall in love with your own product. When you are new to game development or new to any kind of creation, it is a very common rookie mistake to fall in love with your product. You make something, you pour your passion into it, and you think it's the greatest thing in the world, and you love it, and you think, oh, I love it, everyone else is going to love it, and you become infatuated with it, and you are not able to see clearly, you are not able to perceive things objectively, you are overly biased towards a positive perspective of this product. But at the end of the day, you are not the customer of your own product. Other people are the customer of your product. And whether or not they have incentive to critically review or to mock or to speak about your product on the internet, that has nothing to do with whether or not your effort that goes into your product is going to be affected by what people are going to say. You should make a product that is the best product that you can make, but you have to understand that if you fall in love with your own product, you will not be able to accurately gauge whether or not you've actually made a good product that other people will like. So, what we can learn from the Highguard situation is that you must not fall in love with your own product. You can love what you are making, you can feel passionate about it, but you must take a step back and understand, I have made something that other people are going to experience, and you have to be able to look at it and identify whether or not it is going to be a product that people will enjoy. You have to be able to look at your own product and identify the flaws and the mistakes that you've made. And when you've identified those, you must improve not only the product, but yourself as well. The second thing that we can learn from this situation, and this leans more into life advice, is that the world is not fair. the world is a brutal place, and the internet is an exaggerated reflection of the world. The internet creates a sense of hyperreality that is not how the real world works. But unfortunately, people start to believe that. They can get caught in echo chambers. They can exaggerate how people would behave in real life. And the internet is cruel. That's just how it is. Tough titty kitty. You got to get up. You got to get over it. You got to get used to it because that's just how the internet is. There's nothing you can do about it. I don't know who the developer is. The developer that did the Twitter post that everyone was discussing and mocking. I don't know that developer, but if I could reach out to that developer and send a personal message, if anyone knows that developer and can share this message, then my message to that developer is this. If you truly care about making games, and if this is truly what you want to do, then don't give up. If you really care about making games, if this is what your passion is, do not give up. It doesn't matter that the whole world, or what feels like the whole world, is against you. It doesn't matter that it feels like the whole world is making fun of you, is mocking you, is criticizing you and harassing you. It does not matter. Maybe they're right, maybe they're wrong. Who cares? It does not matter. If you want to make video games, do it. But you have to understand, you do not just make a game and suddenly you are at the peak of your ability. Any skill, especially creating games, and there's so many different aspects to it, is climbing a mountain, and you are climbing towards a peak that is unreachable. You just have to keep climbing that in order to see how far you can push your skill, your ability. I believe this is your first game that you have shipped, and I congratulate you on that. But you are only at the start of your journey. Throughout our journey, through any skill, through life, you are going to stumble. You are going to have people criticize you. You are going to have people laugh at you. You can cry and go home if you want. Or get stronger, toughen up, improve your ability and your skill, accept where improvements can be made, and keep working. Work hard, do your best, and if this is really something you care about, do not give up. The games industry needs strong, hard-working people who are willing to accept harassment and criticism, who can tough it out, and who can keep creating the best product possible. We don't need, and don't take any offense to this, we don't need weaklings who cry when people say mean things about the game that they've made. We need tough, strong people working in the industry. We need strong leaders who can understand and who can share insight and leadership when it's needed. I feel for the Highguard developers. It sucks. But you know what? This is an opportunity for you to get tougher, to get stronger, and to keep improving your skills so the next thing that you make is even better. I wish you all the best. Take care. Be well. Again, I don't enjoy making these serious videos, so I'm just going to focus on the fun stuff for a while now. Take care. Thanks for listening.